Hey there, friend. I am so excited about the very next video in this series about protecting your wealth. In this video, I'm going to talk about a hypothetical person named Joe to illustrate this concept of human capital or human life value. I think this is a very cornerstone concept in helping you understand how to protect your wealth. Now, if you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the like button and even sharing it with some other people so that they can find this content. That's how the algorithm works on YouTube. Now, before we get started, I want to tell you about something. If you've ever wanted to protect your income, create generational wealth, and pay less in taxes, you might be interested in joining me for an upcoming Protect Your Wealth Challenge, where I will share with you the secrets that have been hidden from you probably all of your adult life, and how you can use these concepts that have been around for decades, literally, and been used by the uber wealthy to shelter their hard-earned capital from unnecessary taxation in order to preserve their family legacy and create generational wealth. If you're interested in learning more, all you need to do is click down below in the description where it says, join me for my next challenge. Now, without further ado, let's get into that video. The whole notion around human capital is that you are your most valuable asset. And if that is the case, how can you best protect that asset? If your human capital, the value that you're going to bring to this world in the form of whatever you do and what you know, and then you're going to exchange that for financial capital to then finance your life, how can you best protect that against some of the costs that go with living on this earth? So we're going to use an example here. And that example is, let's just call him Joe. And we're going to illustrate 30 working years. Like, it's pretty normal, right? He's 30 years old right now. And let's say he has no assets for whatever reason, and that he makes $100,000 a year. So real quickly, we can see just with math, 30 times 110, or 100,000 times 30 is 3 million. So that's his total income. But it's very unlikely Joe's going to save 100% of everything he makes, right? So let's just say, with that though, he is earning a 5% rate of return on that money, right? So he's got almost $7 million, $6.9 million to be exact, and life is looking good. Well, he has to have some cost for his existence here, right? So, and you probably know where I'm going here. Even if he has deductions and all this other kind of stuff, he's probably going to end up paying about 25% in taxes. And so you see $750,000 goes out the door, but you're like, whoa, wait, Dominique, that's $1.7 million. What is that? Well, when you send $750,000 out the door, you don't get to earn 5% on it also, right? So the opportunity cost is $1.74 million. So let me say that again, because this is something that you don't often learn in school, and I think should be taught in school, is $1 spent over here does not get to be spent over here also. Or rather, more appropriately, does not get to earn uninterrupted compound interest when it's spent. So when you send $750,000 to the tax man over time, you end up paying way more than $750. Is the point here. All right, let's keep going. Now, debts. He's going to finance stuff. And yeah, he might listen to some Dave Ramsey or Susie Orman, and he may become debt-free or whatever, and that's great. But at the end of the day, there probably will be a portion of his life that does get financed. And let's just say that he ends up paying 30% to people like banks and other finance companies, auto finance companies, yada, 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 student loan people, blah, blah, blah. All those people. He may end up paying those people to do the things he needs to do, like get an education and yada, 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 send his kids to school. That's $900,000, but we can see the real cost of that, if we include opportunity cost, is $2 million. All right? So his 6.9 has shrunk by more than half to $3.1 million. Okay, let's keep it going. Because he hasn't yet lived. You know, he's got to go out, he's got to eat, he's got to do different things, he's got to pay cable bills, he's got to do all this stuff. And let's just say his lifestyle is 30% also. So another, actually, let's just say 35%. That's probably more realistic. Because most people, I would say, if they're saving 10%, they feel like that's good. Matter of fact, I would say in the CFP curriculum that we were taught, is that if somebody's in the low teens, let's say low teens to mid teens, that they're doing really good to save that amount of income. But what I would offer to you is that this opportunity cost factor has not been put in here, and this is before inflation, because I don't want to complicate things. So let's just say he gets no pay increases and that there's no such a thing as called inflation. We know both of those things aren't true, but I think you'll be able to get the point that he's only got 10%. He's got 600. He's got 13 years of living, of future income here, which is really not a lot. Because if he retires at 60, arguably he will still be paying taxes for a while. He's only got 13 years of living, so that's about 73 or so. That's a problem. You probably would agree that that is a problem. So the question then becomes is, how could Joe protect some of this 6.9 million that he's potentially worth? Well, the society is going to tell you, well, you just need to earn a better rate of return, right? Take more risk, put more risk in your portfolio. Okay, let's do that. Let's double his return. Okay. Now,